Hello everybody, it is 10 to 2 in Sunday morning AM, the 22nd of October, and I'm just thinking through the craft roulette card, and I wanted to show you the parameters and what I thought I would do. So, just scribbled them down. The type is a dude's card, so I have a surfer here, and it's gonna say aloha. Colors library. Our library is quite colorful, and I am sorry, but there's all the colors in library, so I don't know what to do with that. I just use all the colors. Element is large flowers, and my question is, how large is large? But also I decided, I will show you that to you later. I have a lighthouse here, and I want to put a flower on it because somebody just painted that lighthouse, and then this flower will be huge. Actually, the sunflower is quite big anyway. Okay, and then stitches, I have that already with my frame. So, and what I want to do, I stacked all my stamps on here already. I'm not good at masking or doing landscapes and things, or scenes, like all stamped flat scenes. So this is how I want to stamp them. I have the fox in the foreground with the surfboard, which is the first thing I have to stamp, then mask it. Then there's the beach he walks on. Then there's something to keep him from falling into the ocean. Then I need to do the lighthouse, I think, and the surfboard. The lighthouse needs to stand on a little bit of rock or it would fall down. And then I have 2 layers of ocean. And this is somehow, I'm not sure about this order. I guess lighthouse first, but then this goes a bit further down so that it stands on it. And the flowers I add in the end onto the lighthouse. And then I have 2 versions I could try. Either I do it on Nina Solar White paper and use alcohol markers, or I use this, which I just bought in Migros. I don't know how much it was, $7 or something. It has all the colors, and use watercolor paper and do that with this. So that's the plan. A lot of stacking and masking. And here comes the voiceover. So I start with the first stamp, and very clever. First the masking tape, stamp it on that, and then on the real paper. Then cut out the mask off camera. Then I put it back on the thingy, and there's the beachy border, the first one, and I love how it turned out. It looks like he is walking on it. I don't really see what I'm stamping down, as I only have the back of the stamp and I'm not testing it. You could put it on acetate and see how it looks when you stamp it, but that would be too much effort. Then you see my masking tape is really, really low sticky. That's a bit annoying sometimes. And yeah, always do, it's better to do the mask first and then the real stamp, because otherwise if you put the masking tape on your stamped image, you might smudge the image. There I had to figure out the placement of that surfboard, and in the end I really put it down the way I put it on my paper, just the other way around, because they're mirrored. And on the right hand side there will be the lighthouse. So the surfboard goes on the left. Now there we go with the lighthouse. I needed to have enough space to put the stones underneath, or the mountain thingy, fills. I don't know the word right now. That's why there's a little gap. Then I cut that out off camera without the after the stamping of the real tower. I didn't cut out the flag. I didn't have to mask that one. Here I'm picking up the stones and then put it down. Again, just eyeballing it, and here I see it's floating. So the lighthouse needs to be further down. Therefore I need to put stones higher up. So I make another mask, because I need to mask the stones I have already so that the other ones are in the background,
because you always need to stamp the thing first that's in the front. And it's very good with those stamps to just lay them out like that. Then you can, that really helped me to get the order of things, because otherwise that breaks my mind to think about that. There's some who do scenes like that all the time. It's very fascinating. And here we go with the first water border in the background. It's all masked off, so you can just put it all over. Another mask, because I will have another border behind that. And those stamps stamp lovely. They're purple onion designs, red rubber stamps, and I'm waiting for the next release. It's coming soon. They do release in May and October, and this year it was in June instead of May, so it might be November. I hope they do. They have lovely, lovely sets. Okay, here we go. And then I do notice that there's this surfboard is just floating in the, not in the sky, but in air. So I take the same sandy beach border as I did in the first time, and I just turned it around. I think you can use that as the edge of the water or beach. And I just tried to fill in those gaps and not go over the water too much, so I don't have to mask off anything. And then I put it there, and again, it turned out lovely. And after that, I'm masking off the water. Have my last border, and I just tried to figure out where the sun is. So there will be a bit in the middle, in between the edge of the paper and the lighthouse. But again, I don't see really what I put down there. But when I open this, I see how crooked it is. So I just level it a bit, make it horizontal. And then I stamp that. And that is the last stamp for my scene.
Ta-da! Oh, wow. That's a bit weird with the water, but other than that, not bad. Oh.
And then I masked off the outside of the lighthouse, so I could place the flower stamp in the middle. And that is the last stamp, and then it starts with watercoloring. So I did that at night, and I only took one water glass, and it didn't go very well. But here I start with watering in the paper in between. That's what I've seen on tutorials. Also don't have a good brush, so I need to be very careful to be able to, put it down neatly. And I thought lighthouses are red, white, red. So I do that. There's not much shading going on or something. I just try not to draw over the lines. Here, this is the watering down just with a dirty brush. It was a bit quicker. Maybe I did try a bit with the layering things. Then again, watering down the fox. It is fun then how it goes. But yeah, I'm fighting with the brush and with the things, and the water gets more and more dirty. And I did not film all of it. That was the part I'll show you is 15 minutes. And it just goes on like that. And I had to let it dry in between, and I didn't feel like filming it all. So I will stop my voiceover. It's not much to say. It's gonna be over very soon. There's a little gray. I tried to do some shadows there because they were quite easy. Just around the tower, and it does make stuff look very much better. But I don't even know. I don't have it here, but I don't know how it turned out. Yeah, so that is that.
And here is the finished card. I did do most of it with the watercolor, but then here you see it's very shiny. I used those Sakura glaze pens, different ones with glitter and metallic. Also on here. And as I also did the sky with watercolor, then I took off some color with the paper towel. And it kind of soaked into the sun, so I went over it with, not speckles, what are they called? What Char uses all the time? Stickles. Yellow stickles. Yeah, so. And I put it on a beige card base and stamped Aloha. For the first time, I did not emboss my, not the first time, but I normally like to emboss my sentiment, but it is nearly 5 in the morning. I'm still up, and I cannot be noisy at that time. I should try not to move it all the time. I often do this when I show the card, and then I watch my video back later on, and I get very annoyed about it. I'm sorry. It just, you don't see the shine otherwise. I'm sorry. So, okay. I am happy how it turned out with the stamping. The coloring, I was not in the mood to do that, and just didn't have, I only had 1 water glass, and I would have had to have 2, and yeah, it was just not, such an enjoyable process. So that is my card, 26th for craft. Oh, I'm sorry, the parameters, I think we went through them already. Dude's card, that's a dude. Library, I got beige for old books and blue for covers, but again, library has all the colors in there, so I'm a bit, yeah, could just go with that. Large flower, this is now gigantic, and stitches are on this one. So, ta-da! And now I thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.